పట్ల షీ టీమ్స్ ద్వారా లేదా వివిధ వేదికల మీద స్త్రీ సమ్మిట్ల ద్వారా వారు ఈ అంశాన్ని చాలాసార్లు ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్లారు. Now I like to invite Dr. Lavanya DCP Garu to give a more context to this from a law and order and women's safety perspective, which is at the cornerstone of women's freedom in India and across the world.
Thank you, Srijana, for that beautiful welcome. Respected Secretary General, Hyderabad City Security Council, Shekhar Reddy Garu, and my partner in this program, Ms. Khyati ji, and all the joint secretaries of HCSC and all the secretariat of HCSC, and participants in today's Margadarshak volunteer enrollment and inauguration program, and to all the would-be mentors. We have 78 police constable officers sitting right behind you who are going to be the mentors for this Margadarshak program. And I'm very happy to announce that all of them will be parallelly trained. Like you are going to undergo a weekend training schedule, even detailed training program is being designed for the mentors as well. Thank you, Khyati ji, for setting up the tone of the meeting. I'm sure all the participants of today's Margadarshak program are eager to know what is going to happen in this program. Most of the things were covered by Khyati ji, but I will stress upon some very important points. As we all know, women's safety has been a challenge for over thousands of years. It could be since the ancient period. Women were considered the weaker section. Women were considered the one who needs to nurture and care and nothing more than that. But today's world has a completely different scope for women. Women are entering into every kind of job, whether it is army, whether it is navy, whether it is air force, whether it is policing, whether it is, these are considered man's jobs, right? All these days these were considered man's job, but no more. I think women have entered into most of the areas. Such stereotyping has also reduced to a great extent. Then what is the challenge? Challenge is the safety of women. We all know, for example, that we can approach police to address any kind of grievance, whereas we do not want to enter into that arena. Why? Why do we shun away? I think I have very important reasons for that. It could be due to stigma that is associated with a police case. ఈ అమ్మాయితో పెట్టుకుంటే పోలీస్ దాకా తీసుకెళ్తుంది, మన జీవితం అంతా వేస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది అని చెప్పి బ్రాండింగ్ చేయడము అండ్ స్టిగ్మా ఆ అమ్మాయి చుట్టూ క్రియేట్ చేయడము అనేది చాలా కామన్. ఐ హోప్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ తెలుగు. ప్లీజ్ లెట్ మీ నో ఇఫ్ ఎనీబడి ఈజ్ అన్కంఫర్టబుల్. అండ్ there is a lack of trust in authorities. I think all of you will agree with me on that. There is a huge lack of trust in authorities. The other day, during my speech, I will be adding a few examples that I have faced as a police officer. The other day, a community member of mine came to me and complained that her husband was framed illegally by the police officer into a crime. That one incident is enough for her to advertise about police in a negative role. Don't you think? That lady talking about this incident in her workplace, in her friend circle, in her family circle, Don't you think it has tarnished the image of police at least among 500 to 1,000 people? So this is the kind of issue that is preventing women from coming out and making a complaint or trusting the authorities. And sometimes what happens is the victim is financially dependent on the accused. How many of you agree with that? Very few, but it is actually true. In most of the cases that I encounter on a daily basis, we see that there is extreme domestic violence, we see that there is extreme harassment. If it is not physical, it will be mental, and if it is not mental, it is going to be financial. These are the reasons why women do not come forward easily to make a petition and easily to get into a police related case. So what is the solution? Can you imagine how many petitions of domestic violence are received in a year?